European coalition, writes Buhari, developing interest on Magu's arrest. Three foreign anti-corruption groups says the exit of Ibrahim Magu as acting chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) may erode the recent gains in the fight against corruption. They said what is going on in Nigeria is of concern to the international community. Magu was arrested last Monday and is currently being probed over allegations of gross misconduct. He was later suspended by the president and has since been replaced by Umar Mohammed, director of operations at the agency. According to the groups, Common Global Witness and the Corner House based in Europe, Nigeria has made huge strides in the fight against corruption under Magu's leadership. The group's position was contained in an open letter to President Muhammadu Buhari signed by Lucas Mains of Common, Nicholas Hilliard of Corner House, and Simon Taylor of Global Witness. Olanrewaju Suraju signed on behalf of the Human and Environmental Development Agenda, the Nigerian member of the coalition. They said the recent travails of the suspended EFCC boss may be the ploy of desperate, corrupt politicians. What is going on in Nigeria is of concern to the international community. Mr. Magu has proved himself to be up to the task, they said. His determination to fight corruption is evident by the recovery of stolen funds and properties, plus his own high moral grounds earned at the cost of diligence and hard work never been foreseen. His political removal questions the will of Nigeria to deal with a major cause of the country's underdevelopment, which is corruption. The groups have been assisting Nigeria in the monitoring of ongoing litigation processes on the corruption in the OPL 245 Malabu deal linked to top oil companies and officials. They claim that Magu has also diligently followed up on the case, making proper recommendations and ensuring that those involved are duly prosecuted. According to the groups, they are not opposed to Magu being investigated, as all allegations must be probed, but they want due process to be followed. The procedures are clearly being hijacked by detractors of Magu in the political space, and this is eroding the potential credibility of the outcome of the panel constituted to probe these allegations. The hounding of Magu through seemingly political connected sponsored media harassment only makes matters worse. The groups referred the president to a recent report by the University of Edinburgh led Global Integrity Anti-Corruption Evidence Program, which records that Nigeria anti-corruption law enforcement efforts are gradually growing more effective as practitioners adapt and innovate in response to many persistent challenges. It noted that the respect Nigeria has gained is exemplified by the recognition accorded to Magu, not least by the U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigation, which recently honored him with an award of excellence. We have been hugely impressed by the dedication of its investigators and by the disciplined leadership shown by acting chairman Ibrahim Magu, the coalition stated further. The agency is completely different from the chlorotic, timid, politically captured bureaucracy that it was in the previous period. The credit for this is due in large part to you for appointing Magu and sticking with him despite effort to unseat him. Indeed, in meetings we have had with this and other agencies, conversations have often referred to the impressive current leadership of the Efcc. The groups added that Magu has previously been exonerated from all the allegations pointed out by Abubakar Malami and to the General of the Federation (AGF) in 2017, and that the only fresh allegation is that relating to insubordination. They accused the AGF bypassing the usual administrative procedures of issuing a query to an accused officer under his ministry in favor of a political approach. We are concerned that accusation of insubordination risk crossing the line that ensures the independence of prosecutors from political interference, they said, adding that despite bearing false witness being illegal, no one has been investigated or charged in relation to bringing the false allegations against Magu in 2017. We realize that you have been placed in an invidious position by the Attorney General. However, we very much hope that you will find a way forward that protect the huge stride made by the EFCC under Magu's acting chairmanship. We very much doubt if the Italian case would have reached the stage that it has without his committed and diligent response to mutual legal assistance requests. At this critical stage in the trial, his replacement for political reasons would be wholly regrettable and would only give succor to those being prosecuted. Thank you for listening to this news. My viewers, yes, Magu may have had some credits internationally, but then they actually have a picture of his physical moves, but they had never had an experience of what he's doing from the inside. It is he that wears the shoe knows this where it pinches him. It is Nigeria that Magu is actually appointed as an EFCC boss, and all he has been extorting and siphoning is already has been coming from Nigeria and not from the international country. So it is Nigeria that is receiving the pain and the pinches, and it is Nigeria that knows all that Magu has extorted. So let it be a regrettable thing to them internationally. Let it be a pain to them, because they believe so much that a man like Magu with great reputation can be seen committing this kind of crime. It's unbelievable. You can see that this issue of Magu is going viral. You can see how believing so many international organizations and international country so much hard on this man, but just because of not being contented with what you get as a pay, he decides to stretch his hands and take what doesn't belong to him. It's so painful. He's now known globally as a looter. He's even more than the cyber criminals. He's now even more than the criminals that invade into people's house at night. But my viewers, Magu must end up in jail. Please, my viewers, your comment concerning this issue of Magu is very much important. Please don't forget to leave them behind. Click on the subscription buttons as well as the bell buttons to get updated whenever we upload any new videos. Thank you.